We at SINdie always like to keep a keen eye on film and the people behind film. So it's always a great opportunity to meet international award-winning directors, particularly when they come from our home shores. His debut feature film, Ilo Ilo, recently won the Camera d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. So join me, Ivan Chung, as we welcome Mr. Anthony Chen.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Special welcome, and thank you for taking the time to speak to us.
Always a pleasure.
I was reading you've already got many awards, international awards, but what made you choose Cannes to feature your debut feature film?
It was an active choice, it really was the festival that we were finishing the post-production, and it's the festival that was coming up. I think it's a natural ambition to screen my first feature there, since I've had my film screen at Cannes before in competition and accorded an award before. I think it's quite a natural thing, and in terms of the timing, just right on track.
Because it's an Asian story and a very Singaporean story, how do you feel it translates across internationally?
I didn't think it would translate. That's the thing. Going into Cannes, I've always thought that the film is very culturally specific, very Singaporean, with very Asian sensibilities. In fact, what was amazing was the premiere that we had. When I saw, we had this huge audience, packed with international audiences, but mostly French audiences. And I saw how they were moved, how they cried at the end, and how they really connected with the film. That was very special, because all of a sudden I realized that, oh God, actually the film is more universal than I thought it was. And even before the award, the film was connected with a lot of buyers in different countries around the world. So all that sales also meant that people actually were moved by our small little Singapore film. That was quite something, I would say. It's a very special feeling.
And you put Singapore onto the map. Singapore cinema onto the map. Do you feel a pressure? Do you feel different?
Yes, there will be some pressure, there will be some stress, but I think I've come to a point where if I can make films in a way such that I feel I've tried my best, I feel I've given the subject matter, the story, all my heart and soul, I think I could continue, going from film to film without regrets, even though it might not do as well, critically it might not do as well in terms of sales or box office, but it's not really about that. I think in the end it's about being honest with yourself. You know if you have put in enough effort, you know if you have worked hard enough. I think, a lot of times you say, oh yeah, how would critics judge you or rate you, but I do believe now that you are actually the best judge of your own work.
How would you describe your journey of becoming a filmmaker that you are today?
I took a very similar route, as a lot of other filmmakers. I went to film school. At quite a young age. After I did my O-levels, I went to Ngee Ann. I did 3-year film school, the School of Film and Media Studies at Ngee Ann Poly. I continued making shorts after that. After my NS, I went to the National Film and Television School. I did a 2-year directing masters. I wasn't a self-taught sort of filmmaker. I really did go through very rigorous training, in my years in film school. And of course, like every other filmmaker, is very hungry to watch films. I watch all kinds of cinema, cinema from all over the world. And I think in terms of what has really shaped my filmmaking, it's really through making work. For me, it's very important. I made 9 to 10 short films before I made my feature film. I was just counting the years. From the time I started, I made my first short. My graduation film at Ngee Ann until now, 2013. It's been exactly 10 years. So it's really years of hard work, years of just making a lot of shorts, and I love making work because each film gives you new challenges. It nurtures you, it makes you think in a different way, and you actually grow and develop as a filmmaker as you make those films. You feel that your sensibility sort of mature with each film. You try different things. You ask and probe different questions. The great thing about filmmaking is this, there is no finish line. You just keep going. There isn't like, oh, I'm the greatest now. Like, there's no perfect film. There's no greatest film ever made. I think as a filmmaker, you just keep growing and you keep maturing, and you only have yourself to give yourself that kind of discipline, that kind of rigor, to just keep making one film after another. I'm very afraid that at some point, if I just stop and go like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take a break for how many years, yeah, I might grow stupid. I might lose it. I might just lose some of the skills. Yeah.
But I'm definitely sure the award has definitely, when they came to debate, I'm sure they saw something which I'm sure your audiences have seen, and definitely appreciate what you've done. So we definitely wish you all the best, and we will be watching this space.
I hope whatever is being appreciated in the film will be appreciated by Singapore audiences too. I'm quite anxious actually about the reactions of our local audience towards this film, because it's very much a homegrown film. It's really about this country. It's really about our people, our social fabric, our families, and yeah, I hope people will be able to connect with it, relate with it, and hopefully be moved by it.
You can call me Terry, Mom.
This is your bed. Sleep here. Huh? Terry, give me your passport.
干嘛拿人家 passport 啊？
好像突然跑掉了。
You can see 啊。喂，哎，
做什么你？
Lepas bakong!
I am your maid, but I didn't come here to be bullied.
Emma! Go and do your work, don't be careful!
Tyler!
Your hair very tall. Huh? I help you wash your hair. What? Oi, Charlotte! Charlotte, stop! Mommy, 给 Auntie Terry 站这边。
Teresa, I'm his mother, not you.
How long have you been out of job for? 2 months. Henry,
Yes.
你当妈妈。你整天就会看穿你老公啊？
你不可以脚踏实地一点，安分守己一点。
可是我已经没有。
现在什么局势，做什么生
难道
意，可以不要
你就不能让我
讲了吗？
老王，我们有话要跟你说。
你干什么？